if you follow the path of inner discipline to the point where you can drop it. If you follow the path of meditation to the point where even meditation becomes a hindrance and you drop it. It is like you move on a staircase from one floor to another. But when you have reached to the other floor, you get out of the staircase. You don't cling to it. All methods are staircases. Or in Buddha's terminology, all methods are like boats. You cross the river, then you leave the boat and you forget all about it. Methods have to be used and then dropped. It has to be remembered from the very beginning, because there is every possibility you may become too much attached to the method. You may become too much attached that the method becomes a clinging. You start possessing it and it starts possessing you. Then the medicine has become a disease. It happens. You are ill, you take a medicine. Then illness goes, but you cannot leave the medicine now. You have become accustomed to the medicine, to the drug. When the illness has gone, throw the medicine immediately. Meditation is a medicine. Because you are ill, you have to use it. When the wellness has come, then drop it immediately. All devices have to be dropped one day, and all scriptures have to be dropped one day. This is the greatness of Buddha, that he says that even his teachings, his methods has to be dropped. When Zarathustra was saying goodbye to his disciples, the last thing that he said to his disciples has to be remembered. Keep it in your heart. This is what Buddha is saying in the last sutra. Said Zarathustra to his disciples, now I am going and this is my last message. Beware of Zarathustra. And he left. Beware of Zarathustra. Beware of the master. Because you can fall in love too much. You can become too much attached. The real master is one who helps you to fall in love and then helps you to stand on your own, so that you can leave the master. A real master never becomes a crutch for you. Never. Before he sees that you are clinging too much, he starts getting out of your life. Because the ultimate goal is freedom. Freedom from all crutches. Freedom from all props. Freedom from every discipline, doctrine, method. Freedom from all. That's the goal. Always remember that goal. Remembering that goal will help you not to go astray. A small story, and I will finish this discourse. It is a Hasid story, the three prisoners. After the death of Rabbi Uri of Strelisk, who was called the Seraph, one of the Hasidim came to Rabbi Bunam and wanted to become his disciple. Rabbi Bunam asked, what was your teacher's way of instructing you to serve? His way, said the Hasid, was to plant humility in our hearts. That was why everyone who came to him, whether he was a nobleman or a scholar, had first to fill 2 large buckets at the well in the marketplace, or to do some other hard and mental labor in the street. Rabbi Bunam said, I shall tell you a story. 3 men, 2 of them wise and 1 foolish, were once put in a dungeon black as night, and everyday food and eating utensils were lowered down to them. The darkness and the misery of the imprisonment had deprived the fool of his last bit of sense, so that he no longer knew how to use the utensils he could not see. One of his companions showed him, but the next day he had forgotten again. And so his wise companion had to teach him continually. But the third prisoner sat in silence and did not bother about the fool. Once the second prisoner asked him why he never offered his help. Look, said the other, you take infinite trouble and yet you never reach the goal, because every day destroys your work. But I, sitting here, am not just sitting. I am trying to bore a hole in the wall so that the light and sun can enter and all 3 of us can see everything. Now there are 2 types of masters in the world. The first type I call the teacher. He teaches you things, disciplines, virtue, character. But next day you forget. Again he teaches you the same, and next day you forget again. The second I call the master. He does not teach you virtue. He does not teach you character. He does not teach you ordinary humility, humbleness, poverty. No. He bores a hole into your being so that light can penetrate and you can see yourself. He tries to make you aware, full of light. That is the real master. In the East we call him Sadhguru, the right master. Teachers are many. Sadhgurus are very few, far in between. Remember this distinction. If you are with a teacher, you may become a good man, but you cannot become enlightened. And your goodness will always remain on a volcano. It can erupt any moment. If you are with a teacher, he will teach you outward things. How to discipline yourself, how to be good, how to be a servant, how to serve people, how to be non-violent, how to be loving, kind, compassionate. He will teach you 1,001 things. If you come to a master, he teaches only one thing. That is how to become aware, how to bore a hole into your being so light can enter into your imprisonment. And in that light, everything starts happening on its own accord. And when things happen on their own accord, they have a beauty to them. Then there is a great benediction. Enough for today.